Good afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about a rhetorical triangle. And I'm sure that you're curious to know what that is. Well, a rhetorical triangle is a tool that you use to put our thoughts in order. When we are struggling to formulate a speech and we want to be persuasive, we want to have a memorable speech, this tool helps us to come up with those words, those persuasive words that we need. And the triangle consists of three appeals. And by the way, rhetoric is an ancient art of looking for the right words, the language to be persuasive. And that's what we are doing here with the rhetorical triangle. And the rhetorical triangle consists of three, I think you can see this, it consists of three appeals. The first appeal is ethos, and that is right here at the vertex of this angle here. Ethos. What does ethos mean? It It's the first appeal, and it appeals for trust. You, as a speaker or as a writer, are asking the audience to trust you. But in order for them to trust you, you have to create that trust. You have to create credibility. The audience will be wondering who you are. They're asking if you are an expert and why are you an expert, and you cannot fool the audience. They start doubting you from the beginning. That is why it's very important that at the very beginning, when you open, you establish that credibility. And at that moment, once you have established that credibility with who you are and the why of maybe the questions that they might have, uh, good answers for all those questions, then you start creating that credibility. The second is the second appeal is the pathos. And pathos is the appeal that you are appealing your audience for emotion. You are using those phrases that elicit emotion. And you do that by connecting with the audience's values, and with the audience's interest. And that is why it's so important to know the audience. You need to know their jargon. If you don't use the appropriate language, they might not understand you and they are not going to connect with you. They might be questioning really if you are at the right place or not. Homework in this area is very important, knowing your audience. And to elicit that emotional response, first they have to trust you, and then you have to use those precise words, phrases where you elicit that emotion. And why that emotion? Because they will be connecting with you when you use that emotion, those phrases. And the third one is the third vertex here is logos. And logos means reason, or logic, and reason. That's what logos means. The audience will emit their judgment because they were going to be analyzing every single argument or every single phrase that you use. They will analyze it in terms of logic and of terms of reason. Is it a logical phrase that you're using? They will be expecting evidence of the claims that you're doing. And when they find that, when you give them those phrases that are easy for them to understand, that they belong to them because they react to those phrases. When you have those phrases, when you have that logos there, then you'll connect with them. So use these tools to formulate your next speech. And this, using this triangle as a very powerful tool, remember the ethos, the pathos, and the logos. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. Till then, stay safe and stay proactive.